everyone. Welcome back to InfosecTrain. My name is Divyani. The long wait is finally over as the Cloud Security Practitioner course is live. I'm sure you guys are as excited to know more about this course. So today we have Mr. Rishabh with us. He's a Azure Cloud Buddy and also the product owner of this course. Let's deep dive into the details. So Rishabh, what is a Cloud Security Practitioner course?
Okay, so first of all, I want to tell everyone that from the last 2 years, there is an exponential growth in the cloud. And we know that there are different vendors out there and even the cloud service providers, they put their own courses in the market regarding the different technology, like how their fundamentals is, how their basic infrastructure is, how you can create different your services, use their services, and then how you can secure them. So since last 2 years, we have seen that growth in the cloud is exponential. Everyone wants to jump and take part in this growth. Okay, everyone wants to improve their career. So the way specifically the security team. So last 2 years, attacks on your infrastructure also increased, and now cloud is also becoming the part of that same infrastructure. So there arises a need that people should be aware that how to protect your cloud solution. And with that, not only that part, but also governance, risk, compliances, some legal issues that come with the cloud, and some of your disaster recovery management. These things are also important in the cloud. So with this cloud security practitioner course, we are targeting the particular knowledge area where someone can gain all this insight in a single course. People can go, and with this single course, they will have the idea that how cloud work, then how these things, the security works, and how these, particular topics they work. So this course is going to give you the idea about the same thing. So if I'm talking about this particular course, this is going to be, if I will say that, from beginner level to intermediate level, and it would be a mid-manager level course which will be helping you to start your career with the cloud computing and help you take the decision which will be related to which cloud service provider is better for you in terms of GRC, ERM, enterprise risk management. So this course is going to help you with that. This will be having very basic of cloud computing, and also there will be the discussion about the governance, risk, compliance, BCP, DR, all these kind of a thing. Okay.
So what are the major topics that we are going to cover in this course?
Okay, that's actually a very good question. I think now I have to open my presentation and share my screen. Okay, and it might be taking a few minutes over here to explain what are the total topics that we are going to cover over here. So this is going to be our course, Cloud Security Practitioner, and in this one, what we are going to cover is, okay, let's just go ahead. So we'll be talking a bit of the course outline, that what is in this particular course. So first of all, there is going to be the very basic, as I was saying, it is going to cover basics as well. So in there, first, cloud basics and model, which is going to be pretty much basic. I think most of the people now bored with hearing about the what type of services, type of infrastructure as a service, security as a service, private cloud, hybrid cloud. Okay, everyone got bored with the same topic. Everywhere you will be finding this. So again, we are going to start with the same topic, which will be the cloud basics model, talking about from very basic virtualization, what is type 1, type 2 hypervisor, cloud, different type of work, benefits, and all these kind of the simple scenarios. Then on the module 2, we will be start building your foundation level. So for the people who are not familiar that how this whole thing it works, so for that, what we are going to do is we are going to start with something like how to deploy and understand the your compute configuration, like how your particular VM is going to be deployed, how there is going to be the images, different images for the operating system, how storage it works. Okay, so you can see that we have included some hands-on as well, like deploying a virtual machine, discuss different disk options, image options, what are our scaling options. All these things we are going to discuss. Then there is going to be the a talk about the application security, and then threat modeling, which is very important from the point perspective of security. And we'll be talking about the stride model from the Microsoft, what Microsoft is suggesting, and AWS threat modeling suggestions are what are the different suggestions, so that people have the idea what is the different your threat modeling suggestion from the different vendor. These are the top 2 players. We'll be talking about them. We will talk about PaaS, SaaS, their challenges. Then we go to the networking part. Networking is going to be backbone of any network, whether it is your on-premise physical or it is the cloud-based network. So we will be talking about private cloud, public cloud, different network segmentation. There again, you can see all the topics which will be having practical. We mark them with the hands-on, like deploy a virtual machine, virtual network. We'll be talking about allowing the administrative access, jump server, bastion host, VPNs. These things we are going to see bit practically over here. Then different logging services, your how log services it work, network visibility, and infrastructure as a code. We'll be talking about the logging option. These kind of things we'll be talking about, and in the end we'll be already talking about the best practices for network security. Then on module 4, when we'll be going, it will be all about encryption, protecting data, where major our you will be reading data security anywhere. We talk about encryption of data at rest, encryption of data in transit, encryption of how the encryption option they work, how you'll be encrypting disk, SQL storage, different kind of scenario which we are going to see. Okay, like here, deploying a SQL server, data classification, identification, data masking, data encryption option. What are these things? We are going to talk about these particular scenarios over here. Okay, and towards the end bit, lifecycle management and CASB, that's also going to be discussed over here. Then on the module 5, containers becoming also an important part in the cloud infrastructure, where you will be seeing people talking about the DevOps, and DevOps is incomplete, and even cloud is a bit incomplete without the container, although we are not that much focusing on the container in this course. But a quick overview which will be getting you familiar with the containers, that how a container could be deployed and all these kind of things, how Kubernetes work and all these kind of things. Then going ahead, there is going to be the identity and access management, which will be the IAM part. That is going to be talking about that whole access management, cloud accounts, policies, permission, groups, rule, user, temporary credentials, creating the identity, and in hands-on we'll be seeing creating the identity for your users. We will be applying rules, rule-based access control, creating groups, okay, assigning roles, and how you will be managing secrets, enabling multi-factor authentication, different security options, best IAM practices, identity audit, and governance feature. What are the available options? So these things practically and theoretically we will be covering. Very important part that is going to be. Then detecting and handling cloud incident with security operation. So here it will be like logging. We have talked about network logging. So how those logs they work. We will be talking about security as an operation over here, where we'll be talking about monitoring services, some of the SIM and source services, right? Your security orchestration, automation, and response. How for any incident in cloud, how you can automate things. So we'll be talking about the incident response in cloud. We'll be talking about the incident response lifecycle, SOAR, creating alerts, and security as a service, 365 Defender, AWS Guard Duty, Sentinel. What are these different products which can help you? Then on module 8, we'll be talking about the business continuity and disaster recovery. So from this part, your manager level things will be coming up here. You have to start making decision how you will enable disaster recovery. You have to think about managing the business continuity. So how the cloud disaster recovery business continuity work, how practically what we'll be seeing, how you are going to implement the backup for the VM. We'll be talking about how you are going to implement the disaster recovery over here. So those things are going to be the part of this. And then moving ahead, there is going to be the legal issues and policies in cloud, which will be something that everyone will be interested, that if you want to migrate to the cloud, what will be the legal challenges, issues that you can face. Okay, there could be things like the legal frameworks, data protection, privacy laws, auditing, planning, okay, and how to report things, how to do the whole reporting in the auditing. These kind of things is going to be there. So we'll be talking about the auditing compliance of Azure by creating different policies, how to implement those things, okay, assign those policies, conducting security audit in AWS, with AWS Trusted Advisor. Next, we'll be going for the GRC, Governance, Risk and Compliance for the Cloud. So how it works in the cloud, discussing the different cloud governance model. We'll be talking about the how to implement and maintain those governance and cloud computing risk management framework over there. We will be try to understand compliance GRC in here, and few hands-on again related to the policy, how we'll be implementing the policy in infrastructure, cloud infrastructure, built-in policy like NIST. You want to apply NIST policy for the Australian government, what you want to apply over there. And that is going to be all in this course that what we have discussed over here. Okay, so this will be the major topic point. I think we have taken too much time on discussing these things, but I think it will give a good amount of idea what is going to be in this course.
Since the course content are so exciting, I'm sure everyone would like to know who this course is ideal for.
Okay, that's a good question again. So I can say that this course would be ideal for the people who is working on the security field. Okay, and they want to implement security measures in the cloud infrastructure. Everyone is moving towards the cloud, so they might be facing that, from where they want to start. So this course would be a very good for those people who are working with the security and they want to start moving toward the cloud security over here. So this course is suitable for the security personnel who wants to learn what cloud computing is, how we can secure the cloud, and what are the challenges moving to the cloud. Okay, this course is also good for the people who wants to start with the cloud computing from very fundamental to intermediate level. And we designed this course to keep the audience in the mind who have experience in the traditional IT infrastructure and want to learn about the cloud computing from very basic, and its challenges as well from the legal perspective, governance and compliance perspective as well. So the people who are working with the GRC, okay, they are also suitable, and I would say that they can gain good insight for the same thing.
Okay. So how is this cloud security practitioner course of InfosecTrain different from others?
Okay, so I think most of people will be familiar with this. So I think it will be kind of a sum up for whole this session, that whatever we have discussed about this course. Okay, so one very important thing is that as we keep discussing from the very beginning, we have created this course. Keep those people in mind who are working as a security professional, people who are working the security roles as the security manager role, people who are working the GRC, legal, DR. So as I started with a note that from last 2 years, since this pandemic started, we start moving to the cloud, and now our job consists different security challenges that we want to address. So what we want to do is, or how it will be different, I would be saying first is that in our course we are talking the things which is starting from the very basic, right? And to sum up this whole thing is, it is starting very basic, like what is the virtualization, hypervisor. Then it is going on to the moving towards bit which the people will be familiar. Security professional will be familiar with the DOS attack, a use of VPNs, why we use VPN, what is the use of certificate, keyword, IAM part. So it will be moving towards that, right? It will be their familiar territory regarding the security, compliance, governance, DR, ERM. So they will be, we will start moving towards that. So this is one of the feature that from the very basic we are going towards the particular their familiar territory. Now this course is also going to include good amount of the hands-on practice, okay, with the different vendors like Azure and the AWS. And to be honest with you, mostly we'll be focusing on Azure because with the AWS you have to put your credit card, right, and it will be a bit chargeable. And Azure you can create a free account where you can get that $150-200 for 1 month free. You can practice over there. So this is going to be a hands-on session as well. So almost 50% of the code, the content that you are seeing, you are going to do it like practically. So you will have the option to choose which is the good vendor. Okay, it will be helping you in that particular scenario as well. That it will be letting you know that what is good, how. Okay, one thing is concept. You know about the concept, what is the GRC, what is the security purpose, but how to implement it. And currently the top 2 cloud service provider, how they have implemented this thing. Okay, it will be a good place to start and learn. And because this is a hands-on with our course, so you will be, I would say, more suitable in the real, the real life challenges that you will be facing in your day-to-day tasks. It will be helpful to take decision over there. Okay, so if I will be try to make this long story short about this course, so this will be a good starting point if you are aiming for some higher manager level certification like CCSP. Okay, and you want to make your base stronger. So what you can do, if you want to go and attempt, try to attempt those courses, even if you're preparing for some higher, your certification like CISSP, CCSP. So it is a good stepping stone, I would say. You can start with this and go ahead and start building knowledge on the basis of this. Not only this, it also will be helpful in the courses, different courses, if you want to start like cloud auditing, you want to go for the cloud pen testing, forensic. So before directly jumping into that, you should be having an idea what is cloud and how things are there and what are the challenges. So this course will be covering all those things. It will be creating a good base for you. So I would say that how it is different, that we are talking things, we are going to demonstrate things practically, covering from basic to security concept to your mid-manager level things like governance, risk, compliance, your ERM. These kind of things also we are going to cover, which will be a good part if you are looking into your career that I have to go and do the things like CCSP, CISSP, these kind of things. It will be a good place to start with as well. And one last thing, I think everyone knows that InfosecTrain provide one of the very good post-training support as well. So that is the one of our highest selling point, I would say, that our trainers and our team always there to help the candidate out. If they stuck at somewhere, they can come ask us and we will be helping them out.
So I think our audience is curious to know that how do you think this course will benefit the candidates in their career?
Like I think I discussed all these things. I sum up all these things in the last question itself. That someone who is very beginner to the security professional, to the person who is working with the governance, risk, compliances, auditing, this will be a good starting point, I would say, because it is covering basic security and all that managerial level things. So this will be a good place for them to start, right? So this is going to cover whole that thing, and this is what make this course different from the others as well.
Okay. Thank you for your time, Rishabh. So guys, if you want to know more about this course, you can check out infosectrain.com. See you guys in the next video. Till then, bye-bye. Take care.